Okay, so now I'm going to give a quick demonstration on both working with an incident as an analyst, as well as how to create a new incident as well. So for this example, I'm going to log in as anyone who's an analyst within the system. In this case, it's going to be Dave Miller, who is an analyst that I've already established in here. So his logon is dave.miller. If I punch that in and choose to sign in, again, he's going to see his default dashboard that's brought up immediately upon him logging in. Now, in terms of Dave, he's an analyst, so immediately what's going to be different is he's going to have more areas available to him right out of the gate that the typical end user may not have. Now, what these areas are that he can see under both the self-service and the analyst workspace are determined by who he is and what roles or groups that he belongs to within the system. So, under Analyst Workspace, if he clicks on his home dashboard right here, he can see a breakdown of incidents as well as requests, since in this demo Dave handles both, of incidents and requests assigned to his group, assigned to him directly. All of that information is kind of broken down in here in different pie charts or graphs. So under My Incident Workload, you can see tickets directly assigned to him, as well as down here, he can see how the work breaks down across his entire group in terms of category. So Dave may also be a member of several groups. This gadget down here will reflect that. So if he belongs to the service desk as well as application support, he'll find both those groups of tickets in here. So that's a setting that you can turn on or off. As well as the tickets by category in a pie chart version, and requests down here. Requests both by what has been requested as well as by the user. And if he ever needs to poke into other areas to see maybe a ticket that he's misassigned or something that he needs to look up, he can look down here and see incidents by other support groups that are assigned to other support groups, as well as click on just a query, right? So we can click on all open incidents over here on the right, and then just get an entire list of all the tickets that are open. So upon doing that, he can see over here, right, the ticket that we saw Max enter earlier as an example of an end user entering a ticket through self-service. So if he clicks on this ticket, what it will do is just bring up the information, and immediately what kind of pops up to us is he has a completely different view of this incident versus the end user whom we initially logged this ticket as. He can see far more information around the user, as well as he has additional fields that can be set on this incident, as well as the CMDB information, right? Does this ticket pertain to a particular item in our CMDB? Is it a desktop? Is it a laptop? He can choose that down here by selecting that information. So, again, the view is going to be different. That's all based off the roles and groups that Dave belongs to. And then the actions over here on the left-hand side are all determined, again, by who Dave is and what he belongs to within the system. So what we'll see over on the left-hand side are, in terms of these actions, are actions up on the top, right, that will move our process on based off where it is at this given time. Right, so since the status of our ticket is in progress, we're given three options. We can move this to with customer status, with third party, or resolve it. Right? Resolve it is pretty self-explanatory. If we want to resolve this incident, we'll click that and we'll be prompted for information. Versus if we want to say that this ticket needs some assistance from a third party to ultimately resolve it. Maybe I need a part. Maybe I'm waiting on toner. I can select that here, put that information in, and my process will automatically notify the user around what's happening and what the holdup is and when they can expect to have this taken care of. As well as over here with customer, maybe I need more information from Max. If he didn't provide me enough information, I can choose this, and this will again prompt me for information on what I need from Max, and then the system will automatically email him whatever that text is and let him know that, hey, we need additional information to move forward with this ticket. And then below that, all the things that you would expect to have, as well as what our process allows to be done multiple times at the status we're at. So I can add assignment right here by clicking this. It will bring up another window, ask me who I want to assign this ticket to. Add attachment, same thing. I can click here, add a file attachment. What the limit is generally dictated by whatever web server is hosting the application. So some of our customers who have this on-prem take this limit off so they can upload larger files. But again, that's not a limit of the application, but more of wherever it's hosted. And down here you can see other actions like create a change from this incident. But we'll also see add a change. The difference here is I will add a change if that change already exists. Whereas if it doesn't, if this is an incident that we realize that, hey, something really terrible is happening and we need to immediately put in a emergency change control, I can click create change from this incident and then immediately start to bring up the entire change form for the incident so that I can begin going down that path. So other actions here assigned to me, I can declare this ticket as a major outage, right, which will bring up another window and allow me to say, right, what else would you like to do while declaring a major incident? Do you want to create a problem, send an email, create a notice board item so that everyone on the self-service page sees what is going on? All of those things are options to me here. But for this example, what I'm going to do is just simply resolve this ticket. So I'll click on the resolve action. It will ask me for a category that I can set, and I can build upon this category if needed. In this case, I'll just say I rebooted his machine. And then put in some details down here. And then down here I have some options, right? So do I want to notify that person who originally opened up this ticket that I've resolved this? This can be done automatically, or you can give your analyst the option like we see here to let them know. And then down here, I can take this resolution if this was something that was very complex and required a lot of digging and troubleshooting on my part, and I plugged all those details into this resolution field. I can click this box and automatically create a knowledge article from our incident management process so that that article can be then submitted, someone can review it, and if it's approved, then it will also be out there as another knowledge article my end users can leverage to help themselves going forward. Or if there was an article that I found helpful to help me resolve this ticket, I could choose that in here so that we can kind of further increase the effectiveness ratings that exist in all our knowledge management articles so that the next time someone's encountered the same issue, if we increase those knowledge effectiveness ratings, those most effective articles will actually bubble up to the top and show sooner rather than later in the list of knowledge that we bring back. So I'll save this, and then now that I've saved this ticket will now show us resolved right here in the status. From here, the close and unresolved actions are the only ones available because I've now resolved my ticket. So the only two places I can move this incident in terms of the process are I can close it or I can unresolve it. Now, this system is set up to automatically close these tickets out without the analyst having to step in after 3 days. And that's a number of days that you can configure, but in this case it's set for 3 days.